Wow. Wow is all I can say right now. Brian and I have been texting each other with information about the house and the house situation and all that. And someone on Facebook had mentioned something, and I told her that I'm going through an auction company for the house, and she goes, which company? And I told her, and she said, oh my God, oh. And I said, what? And I told Brian this lady had said that about this company that his friend runs. No, it's not his friend, it's his acquaintance from high school. And he said, well, what exactly happened? And I said, I don't know, I'll ask. So I did ask, and she did respond, so I cut and pasted the response and sent it to Brian. It's very disappointing. It's extremely disappointing and depressing. All the work Brian's gone through and going through, and because he knows this guy. This guy's, I never liked him. He's just one of those personalities that just kind of get on your nerves. Like you go to see a movie and he's laughing and talking and commenting nasty comments through the whole movie. It's like, dude, man, I paid money to see this movie. Shut the F up. You know, that kind of guy. Well, anyway. Where was I? Yeah, well, I was on Facebook finding the answer so that I could copy and paste and send to Brian, and someone wanted a friend request. I get them periodically, but most of the time they have like one photo, or a photo of the United States flag and a photo of a guy in uniform, and then it doesn't tell you anything, doesn't show you any friends, and it's like, no, that's probably some guy from the Congo, or one guy did have friends listed, but they were all people like in the Congo and India and stuff, and I'm thinking, you're not living in Wyoming. You're overseas. You're in Africa or something. So I would say, no, I'm not going. I would deny the request. Well, tonight I got a request, and I looked at the pictures. The pictures seemed legit. So there was no friends list, and there was no real history or timeline, really. But I looked at the type of information, and it seemed to kind of look okay. So I said, okay, for a friend. And no sooner did I do that, and this guy messages me. And messages me back and forth for a while. And he has a very flowery, romantic way of speaking. He's looking for a soulmate. I think my soulmate was Bear, and he's died 10 years ago. So I haven't really gone out looking for anything, because I think that Bear was my soulmate. You know, some things like that only come along once. And it was wonderful most of the time. So anyway, his daughter, he's a widower whose daughter died, leaving him a grandson to take care of, who's about 10 years old. And I don't know, he's living down in Alabama, Mobile. I don't like Alabama, and I don't like Mississippi. And it's for the mere reason that the attitude of the people. It's even worse than St. Louis. And this is an old grudge from back in the 70s when I was 14. And my family went on vacation, and we stopped through some of those places for gas or sandwich or something, and just the way people treated me. Because I was a teenager, and I had my hair frizzed up. Some of the comments I got, I had brown hair at the time. I don't like those places. I don't like that attitude. That's the kind of attitude that voted for the orange Cheeto in the White House. I don't like it. Anyway, be that as it may, so I'm talking back and forth to this guy and trying to be non-whatever, you know, trying to be fairly elusive, but just be pleasant. And he says, I'll call you in the morning. I'll text you in the morning. I'll call you in the morning, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's nice to wake up and sees as someone that you're meant to be with, and I believe this and I believe that, and soulmates and long-term relationship, or would you move, and all these things, you know, I've been asked those questions before. And I said, are you drunk? Because he says about my smile, are you drunk? And I said, you don't get out much, do you? And he goes, no, I don't. Run! I don't know. I am not looking for anything like that right now. I have too much crap on my plate right now that I have to deal with the house. Maybe auditioning for a play, but if it turns really cold and snowy, I really shouldn't, because it's kind of far drive. I don't need aggravation. I don't need any of that. I need to make life better and simpler. And this tooth is hurting again. And this is a little flower I made. It's out of cloth, so it won't hurt. It'll a little elastic band that goes on the baby's ankle or on his wrist, because he's going to be a bumblebee. Costume is finished. Stayed up till 6 in the morning. Went to bed, got up at 11. Not too bad, except I had crappy dreams, as usual. And, I don't know, didn't get too much done today. Cat's been leaving me little presents here and there, and stop and go, and that's exactly what he was doing. So I picked him up, ran to the bathroom with him, because he was squatting to pee, and he was peeing the whole time I ran to the bathroom. By the time I got him to his litter box, he was finished. So I have all that to clean up. I know he's old. He's really, really old. Poor guy. He's so old he has a hard time jumping up on a chair or on the bed anymore, so poor fella. I don't know. I've got so much to deal with. Stuff that I don't know what to do. And I don't have anyone around to converse with. Anyone that's been through anything like this. I don't have anyone. I tried calling my brother David. And didn't answer the phone. I guess he thinks that bad things will happen. Well, something bad did happen, because I was messaged by my cousin Sandy in Philadelphia, and my Aunt Shirley had a stroke and fell down and hurt herself Tuesday. She's in a rehab center, and she's being worked with speech therapy and all, and she's getting better. Like, God dang girl, why didn't you tell me? Well, I didn't want to bother you. I said, shit, Sandy, that is not a bother. You know, please send my Aunt Shirley my love. So there's been all kinds of crap today. Oh, man. I am so sorry it's so long. And he never says that. Oh, upward and onward.